Hi everyone, how are y'all doing this week? I fell through a chair and messed up my foot yesterday, but I'm putting some ice on that to try to get the swelling to go down, so hopefully that'll take care of that. Speaking of ice, are you all ready to get chilly? Because Frost just got a nice big buff, so we are going to take it for a spin this week in the level 10 Spires of Ascension that we have coming up here, where the Forsworn are taking over. The affixes for this key are Fortified, Spiteful, Volcanic, and Prideful. So this one is all about getting that trash taken down and keeping the Spitefuls under control, which Frost is actually really handy for, since we'll be spamming a whole bunch of blizzards. Crafted a rank 1 Glacial Fragment for this run. Ice lenses. As a result. Make sure you hit the old like and subscribe there. Head over to Twitch to follow for the next live run every Thursday for Mythic Plus and Friday to the raid. Alright, let's get to the run. All right, and the run is on. Let's see the first pull, excuse me, there. We're gonna round everybody up. So keep in mind with Glacial Fragments, on 3 or more targets, even an unempowered Ice Lance is the way to go. But I'm still gonna try to throw the blizzard down as much as possible since it slaps. So let's see what we can do here. Going to be watching for the Spitefuls to come for our homies, throw a Frost Nova down anytime we can, lock it up. Usually the blizzard will keep them slowed in the group where the cleave damage will have them taken care of. But if they get too close for comfort, a Frost Nova goes a long way. Normally, when we are on Spiteful week, Ring of Frost is the choice. I did not go with Ring of Frost this week. Probably should have. We'll keep that in mind for next time. Got a little pop with the Volcanic there. Freak out the healer, get lay on hands, did. So big deal to make sure you're good on the interrupts here. Watch out for Burden of Knowledge, since that's a big dot. Also Dark Lash hits pretty hard. So we have 3 Spitefuls now. We could actually just disregard those, hit them with the Nova and move along. Here we have a pretty good sized pull coming up. Icy Veins is on cooldown, so we will go ahead and just put out the blizzard and start pumping those lances into it. So we went ahead and caught the interrupt on the Burden of Knowledge there, which is that dot. I'm gonna go ahead and not be able to get it on that one since we were on cooldown. Drop Rune and Shifting Power to try to bring everything back up. So Shifting Power, Night Fae, Frost, nice combination, good synergy since Frost has so many cooldowns. In this dungeon there are a few spots where you can hop on an angel if you're quick before the Spitefuls get to you. This wasn't one of them. Just a little bit too slow. Much better. How's everybody doing? We're flying here. As you can see, the angels take the gnome by the nose for a sweet ride. Another nice sized pull coming up here. A little bit of CC considered, but we didn't go for it. So we're going to stick with our Blizzard and Ice Lance spam. If we can go ahead and get the rune out. There we go. We'll go ahead and spam some lances up there. We should really go get that Shifting Power thrown down. I'm not sure. I guess I was considering if I wanted to try to get up and hit some damage with it. Oh no, see if we can get Blizzard just in the nick of time before that Volcanic sent us flying. At least we got the Blizzard down so we could fire off those Ice Lances from midair. So now we have Icy Veins off cooldown for the next big pull. Got the interrupt on the Rebellious Fist. So here we have our first Prideful spawning. If you don't know how Prideful works, every so often an individual will get those red balls. Here you see I have them. They will shoot out. You don't want to hit anybody with those. Good to call out to your group mates if you're on voice chat. Let them know when you have that. Best to stand still, we usually find, and let your group mates move so they don't get hit. Then once you kill the Prideful, you get a big old movement and damage buff. So pull the next pack, go big. We pop Hero, pop Icy Veins. This is the boss. So we're going to go ahead and go hard. So on this boss, we're going to DPS the ad first. The main goal here, dodge the the little black, not balls, but spears, I guess, that shoot out from the front. So positioning, pretty important. Having a good tank, which we do here, is all the ways nice. Little tricky for our frost bits, trying to keep it in our business, but that's okay. So the pet is burning down quickly. They have a shared health pool, so the reason we stick on the pet is when the boss goes up in the air, we don't have to switch over. Shared health pool, all is good. Quick kill, on to the next one. Since this is a fortified week, the bosses are going down pretty quickly. So on this part of the dungeon, there are stealthed mobs that we are trying to uncover. I believe we only end up uncovering 2 of the 3 packs, if that's the correct count. We miss a pack here. So we're going to go ahead and just do our AoE party. Go ahead and get ahead of it a little bit, do the shifting power before those old Spitefuls catch up to us. And on to the next pack. This is one where if we're quick, I believe we can catch that angel before the Spiteful from the mob behind us here gets its business on. Let's see what we can do. We'll try to kill him a bit back in the back, since it's only a single. If we're quick, run. Do we get on the... Oh, yes. So I guess I was kind of a jerk taking flight before anybody else, but look at... I got my nose grabbed, and... So if you have a nice coordinated group, which this time we don't... God, no, just kidding. Everyone's wonderful here. But if you are quick there, depending on how everything is pulled, you can get on that before the Spiteful aggros. So that's a good move sometimes. Something worth considering if it seems to make sense for your strategy. Here we have a little 3-pack with Ether Diver. Has a little bit of a dot, doesn't really do too much there. Mainly you want to watch the Praetor jumping all over the place, but all in all, not too much of an interesting pack when you land. So comparing Frost to Fire overall, I find, this is maybe the 3rd or 4th run that I had done this week as it, and it's certainly, I would say, a little more laid back as far as the playstyle goes. You don't have to be hoping that your group is playing around Combust nearly as much, but at the same time not having that big cooldown every other or almost every pack is a little weird. Having Icy Veins on 3 minutes. Strange. So you basically only have it for bosses and the occasional big pack. Even with shifting power, that really doesn't bring it back too often. Still not a bad move, because you don't really need the monster cooldowns with Frost because you're packing quite a few smaller cooldowns. You have Orb, you still have the Rune, and then Blizzard, which empowers the Lance. It really makes for a good time. You can just kick back, throw down your Blizzard, throw some Lances in there, hope the tank doesn't take it out of the Blizzard, which honestly does happen quite a bit. A little bit strange managing the Brain Freeze procs at the moment, since you are firing off a lot of Ice Lances. Here we have our second Prideful of the dungeon. They spawn every 20%. Excuse me. Sticking with the top-down view just to watch all the homies to make sure I don't get hit with one of their Prideful balls. On me here. All right, and we're on to the big pack coming up. So with Prideful, basically they start spawning at key level 10, and you do want to modify your route a bit to have them spawn just before something worthwhile, since you get the big damage buff. So a boss on Tyrannical or a big trash pack on Fortified. Or if there is no reasonable placement, you do your best. See if we can leave that Spiteful behind. Good deal, good deal. Maybe. Are we going to be able to get out of combat? Might have to kill it. There we go. So the Spiteful buff you see is just wearing off there with my weak aura on the right side, and we have... Would have been nice to have it for this pack, but I don't think there is a way to get those two done quickly enough. So here I should have put Rune down probably before shifting powering. That's okay though. It got Orb back, and I have these two boys coming for me. So we will go ahead and blink out of that, hit them with the Nova in the back of the crew, and move on. All right, let's see. Are we going to pull this big old pack at the top? We will. I don't know if all of these little guys spawn a Spiteful. That would be quite adventurous if Blizzard decided that that was the route to go. This is quite a big pack. This is my our first time through this dungeon on Spiteful. Yep. This is serious. Tank down, healer down. We're gonna go in heavy kite mode. My pod has popped, and I am the only one left. And there we go. That is a full-on wipe on that pull. That was a terrifying pull, even just running up to it. Go ahead and get mounted up and head back and see how we approach it this time. Not sure if we got anything down. By the way, I love this little golden piggy mount with my hat. Looks great. All right, flying across here. Running. This time we have the Golden Pather. All about these the panda-themed mounts. Looking good. It must know I'm wearing my panda-themed attire. Right now I'm using the Summon Random favorite mount, since that's what I love to do before flying is unlocked in an expansion. Okay, running up. Let's see what the plan is this time around. How do you guys handle this pull? Let me know below what your strategy is. Do you not wait for that crazy trash pack to run up? Or the patrol? Is that what happened? Did we get a patrol that we shouldn't have? So we're going to... I'm focusing the Goliath here. Should throw the Rune down. Yeah, we're going to get a little closer here. Just keep on spamming those lances. There we go. Rune shifting power. Let's not get popped. We did get popped. Go ahead and get our Blizzard out. Start interrupting so we don't get wiped again. There we go. Nice. Much better. Still okay, here they come. Here come the divers. Now it's getting spicy again. Here comes the AoE pumping. Keep those blizzards flying, and the lances going, and the... Okay, we're going to throw down that Nova and back up. Get out of the spice a little bit. So you can see the rotations pretty much the same with a little bit of flavor. So we're keeping the blizzard, then we're spamming lances into it and ruining orb as they come up. Things are getting crazy. The tank has to kite. We have a ton of Spitefuls coming up now. They should despawn soon though. There we go. Nicely done on the repull. Waiting for those boys to come in. Let's head around the bend. Up next, nice little 2-pack for us. So here in Spires, we don't get a lot of those giant pulls where fire really gets to pop off. It's not too bad here since Glacial Fragments really shines at the 5 target cap, whereas fire is uncapped with Flame Strike and Flame Patch. So we'll go ahead and get this squad leader targeted and take him out. You see, he is the priority since targets around him actually have their damage taken reduced by 75%. And that spawned the Prideful. And I ate the Prideful there from our healer. Which, I feel like that was the healer kind of trolling me there. Not sure what he was doing out in ranged land. That's okay. He's allowed to do what he wants. I was really tempted to take that one back into him as well to return the favor, but this run's going pretty well, so I'll be nice. All right, here we have another squad leader. Basically the same pack. We'll just go ahead and take this pack out in the same way. Now that we have some Spiteful spawning, it's a little more of a larger AoE situation. I'm going to have to try to wrap those up here since we can't kite beyond them too far. Actually, I guess we can here, but we're going to try to just take them out anyway. All right, moving on. Go ahead and get the next boss pulled up here. Right. Ventunax. So again with the dark spears, basically just dodging the dark spears is the goal here. He does have a frontal, but not something you usually have to deal with as long as the tank is doing their thing, and our tank does the thing here. The orb placement is pretty nice here. We just have to dodge those puddles. You'll see them in the top corner around the 1 o'clock here. They're spawning all of those big blasties. Got one there. Other than that, not too bad. All in all, a pretty easy breezy boss fight. Once again, let's get our faces grabbed and move on to the next platform. We're flying to the boss. Back half of this dungeon picks up a little bit. I wouldn't say Spires is my favorite. The pacing is slow. There's a lot of this, a lot of flying around, waiting, a lot of smaller trash packs. I don't know. The bosses are not super duper interesting, I don't think. Devos is kind of cool and also pretty relevant to the story, but if you wipe, you have to take angels back, which is not pleasant at all. So I don't know. Not my. What do you think? Do you all like Spires? I mean, it's not super duper difficult, which is nice, but I don't know. I feel like there are certainly other ones I would rather put my time into. Maybe I'm just giving it an unfair shake. This is a pretty nasty pull. Has the potential to be. We trapped the warden off to the left there. Could also sheep that, I believe. He is a big ol' humanoid. And then we're going to target down the Goliath. Watch him for some interrupts also. There was the fist. Alright, we're actually DPSing the Hellion and just watching interrupts on the Goliath. That'll work. Since the Hellion drops those void zones. Whichever way you want to go at that is fine. We'll go ahead now and take this warden down. He has a buff, as you see there, that we can spell steal. Going to want to grab that since that actually heals. And is a damage buff, but the heal aspect is what you want to be getting rid of. And everybody hits their interrupt on the fist. That's always good, so nobody has it for the next one. Coordinating your interrupts is important, which is why we don't do it. So just a single pull on the Goliath here. Go ahead and get him out of the way. As he is going to spawn the Reaping. Prideful. Wrong expansion. And sorry to Rins, clipped him with my little Prideful balls there. You can take one of them as long as the healer is paying attention, but if you take two, then it starts to become troublesome. We'll go ahead and get him down, take our buff, run up in here, and get this next pack underway. Well, I guess it's just aimed in. Greater mending there from the warden is an AoE heal. Watch out for that. Everyone should have their interrupt ready for him. That's the big priority. Have a little bit of time left on the Prideful buff. We're not going to get to make any more use of it. Going for the big outside path here. Around the way with my big fat frog. Right up to behind this pillar. I'm going to try to round them all up and do some AoE time. Tank pulls them in. Guy in the back just hurling on us. So now we have everybody all together. AoE. Hope Spiteful doesn't destroy us. Try to blink toward the wall. Oh my goodness. And we just make it out of there in the nick of time. Keep those Spitefuls away. Thinking it's boss time. That was a big pull, but not too bad at all. So Oryphrion, we need to stay spread out here for the blast. Not a huge deal though, really. Just basically stay away from the tank, run away if you get the debuff there. And keep the boss out away from the orbs, basically. Stack up.
Everything changes.
Move. Get away with the buff. Our strategy on this boss is to stack up as a group, move out when you get the debuff, pull the boss forward, and then the tank will soak the orbs when they spawn. Here we are stacked up. You get the debuff, you move out to the side as such. Come back in. When we get everyone gets the swirly debuff there, we all just run away. We should move more coordinatedly there together. And now the tank soaks up all those delicious orbs. Since we all dropped our puddles together, the orbs will come in a line. Brilliance. At this point, we should be able to go ahead and just wrap him up. I don't think we'll get another phase, maybe one more. Go ahead and get back in position there. How about that blink? Back him up. And evacuate. Move the boss. Back him up. The bosses in this dungeon, like I said, except for Devos, seems like it really puts a lot on the tank. The first three, a lot of tank positioning responsibility. Back to getting head yanked. Yeah, little more work to do. It would have been awful if we went up. If one of us had gone up a little early. And I almost did. So, wouldn't have been surprised at all either. There we go. We fly. This guy. The three angels, we're not quite ready to pull all three at once yet. We're not MDI level. Now, did you guys watch the MDI this past week? It was pretty fun. Mages had a good representation, I thought. Of course, they were all fire still, but, you know, you could blame them. With those specially crafted teams of pulls. Primo optimization. I think Frost is a little more able to play in, play in runs where kind of free styling, free balling, free orbing it. Affixes. One more angel, and then we are on to the big old bad boy. So you can see we're a little over percent here. We're at 101.4. We're going to finish up at here, but this is 4.2% per angel, so it's a little, not going to complain, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, the MDI, we did have a good representation there. Dr. J did his thing, did well. I believe every team had a mage except one or two. And then also it looked like there were mostly the monk and often a hunter along with the monk debuff. Anyway, we got our last pride here. 100% pride. Once again, they are every 20%. Loving to give me that. A little bit of fun, just try to run it into the homies since we're wrapping it up here. And on to Devos with the pride buff. Let's party. We're gonna go ahead and hit the hero. Let's see. Maybe not until it's back down. Right, so again on this boss, basically dodge out for the circles, watch for the spear, and then on this phase, run out, pick up one of the orbs. As a mage, you should pick up one of the most far out man, use your blinks, and take the orb that you picked up to the post in the middle. Everybody should get one. That will take care of it. And if someone can't get theirs, go help them out. Then throw the spear to knock her down. There's the heroism. And we party. So we're still doing Frostbolt charged with Brain Freeze when that is coming up for our single target rotation. Nothing has really changed there. Get those lost confidences out. They make the puddles. And back to the orb phase. So this side, it looks like both of these orbs. No, okay, so we have to dodge that puddle, grab the orb. Whoa, jeepers. So many puddles to dodge around there. Okay, bring it home. Nice. Well done. Now we're just waiting here for it to be in an opportune position. There goes the spear right by our face. Perfect shot. All right, we have 5 minutes for 13%. What are we gonna do? See if we can get this to pull through here. Here comes the charge. Oh, hit the ice block. Oh my goodness. Just a millisecond too slow because it still hit me. Oh wow. Not too bad. We made time. We made time. And what do we have waiting for us in the chest? Let's go ahead and take a look-see. Or not. Tease everybody. Check the damage meters first. Oh. In this group with a pretty decent hunter and a pretty decent shaman, if I do say so. Yeah, they're actually pretty dang good. We still managed to squeak out a win there. 3.2k overall, which is lower than where fire usually has been coming in for me by a decent bit. Ice Lance crushing it. No surprise there. Orb in second. I am running the Unrelenting Cold or Conduit, and then Glacial Fragments going well in third place. Blizzard doing its thing, of course. What do you guys think about the Frost Fun? Had a good old time. Had a good time. All right, let's get this portal down and on to the next one. Oh, the loot is Imperial Ordnance. Hey, who's not loving another Conduit? Who's not loving another Conduit? Fire 5 Imperial Ordnance target shot. Yeah, whatever. Imperial Ordnance. It is what it is. Oh no, that's the trinket. Sorry, that's not a Conduit. Imperial Ordnance fires 5 Imperial Ordnances. Okay, that's right. I got that. Ended up not using it. I have a Soul Igniter now. Wait till we see that thing in action this week. All right, y'all. Thanks again. All right, everyone. That was an awesome run, and Frost did so well. I'm really happy to see it back in action after how well it was doing in beta, and then the nerfs that came through and put it not anywhere near what it was doing, let's just say. If you're watching the runs from beta, you can go back through and see some of the uploads that I have from those runs. It was crushing it, and then it got put way down at the bottom of the pack. And then, of course, Fire came back to where it is now. You know how it is. So, happy to see Frost back in a place where it's playable. All 3 specs looking good right now. What do you guys think? Are you giving Frost a shot? Are you still going to play Fire? Are you playing Arcane? I'm happy to go back and forth between Frost and Fire. Probably Fire for a single target and the serious AoE. We'll see how it goes. Let me know in the comments if you think Frost is here to stay, or if Fire is still the reigning king of Mythic Plus. I think it probably will be Fire still. Hopefully Frost will have its place. Maybe in raid with Venthyr. That's the tough part, since, you know, I don't want to have to jump Covenants. Night Fae is pretty much the ticket. Let me know what you think. Thanks again, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We just hit 150 subscribers here. I really appreciate all of that, and we will see you all next time. Stay frosty out there. Peace.